Hello, this is Leslie with Team Payton. Getting ready to just give you some snippets of different highlights from the Let's Talk with Team Payton 27th anniversary edition that Shelly and I did on Facebook Live on May the 22nd of this year, which was 27 years for us. That was some great points of conversation with us and some of the people that was on the feed. So we hope that you enjoyed and God bless you. Peace. All right, good evening. We're going to go ahead and get started, and everyone else can kind of catch up on the back end. Well, hello, I'm Leslie, and this is Michelle of Team Payton. Welcome to our Let's Talk with Team Payton, the 27th wedding anniversary edition. On today. Yes. God has blessed us. 27 years of marriage, and as you know, some of you may be familiar with, we do go live on our anniversary. Um, we try to get on the day of our anniversary to share some information concerning life, love, marriage, and ministry. So maybe we can hang out with you guys for maybe about an hour or so, talking about each facet of this part of our life, and maybe get some feedback and dialogue from you as well, or any questions that you may have. Put them in the chat, and we definitely will address them if there's something we need to clarify throughout this process. Either I myself or Shelley be more than happy to do so. Hey, John. Kelly, thank you for joining us. Callie, I'm sorry. John Kelly. Kelly. Yeah, John. What's up? What's up, John? Says you, boy. Shotgun. Yeah, what's up, man? Glad. I hear you. Welcome to Let's Talk Team Payton. We are glad that you all are joining us on tonight. Yes, we have some deep conversations and questions that we'll be discussing on tonight. For those who are in marriage, inspiring to get married, you're single, maybe just take some notes and tips for yourself when you do embark on that journey. So we just want to just share what we've been through. We're very transparent, and God has definitely been in our lives, and He has brought us to this point. We've been together 30 years, married 27. And all of those years, there's been trials, there's been situations, there's been anger and hurt, and but God brought us through it. And so we're here tonight to share. We still say we do. We still love each other. We are here because of God, and we're going to be sharing what our next journey is. So, thank you for joining us on tonight. Now, just keep in mind, this is unscripted. We don't rehearse what we discuss. This is live, so we're talking about our real life, real situations. So some of these things are emotional because these are things that we have endured and gone through in our life. This is not glean from one another. So we, again, don't... we're not saying we any type of professionals. We're just two honest, God-serving and God-loving people. Thank you for joining us, Vanessa Cole. Thank you for joining us on tonight. It picks up a lot. Let me just disclose that we are live from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. We are here visiting my brother Maurice. He has opened up his home to me and my husband for the weekend. So we are here gladly to spend time with him. So we let him know that we were going live tonight from his house, in his living room. His big house. His big house. Yeah, this big house. Yeah. So we want to shout out to him, Maurice Thomas. We thank you. We love you. Woo-hoo! All right. So some of the things we're going to talk about tonight, we want to talk about, and I really want to talk about love, relationship, marriage. I'm talking about real love. I'm not
because I think that people, and this is only me saying this because the way I have grown and matured in that field, in that segment of my life, so I wanted to talk about it because I was sharing with my wife yesterday. I just kind of woke up yesterday morning, I believe it was, and I was sitting, just laying there in the bed, and tears started to really kind of flow. And people know that I'm very emotional. I've been through a lot in my life, and I think once you have endured so much in different aspects of your life, especially I'm 58 years old, so it's in me. I've gone through it. The hurt still has a place in me although it doesn't conquer me, but the sting of things that have happened in my life, it surfaces sometimes in different spaces and places, especially on the love level, because one thing I have realized with this woman here that sits to me and has agreed to share my name is that I love her in a way that I never have loved any woman in my life. And it's so special to me that it causes me to want to be a better version of myself, to overcome my insecurities and overcome my pettiness and overcome what I lack. I'm so conscious of it. And then I think sometimes when people just talk about love, it's what can you do for me type of love, or it's how you make me feel right now type of love. But it's not like, when you're going through the trenches type of love, when you can't give you the things that you normally give in type of love, when you're at your lowest moment type of love, and when you really need to be life spoken into you type of love, and when I need you to support me for this moment type of love, when I've lost my job type of love, and this type of love where you speak a language to one another that doesn't require words. What do you think about that?
I agree. It's it's not so much, about just being married. Being married is being supportive, showing up, putting the team first, meaning you and your spouse has to be first. There's so many things, so many aspects of marriage that a lot of people don't take in account of, to know that it's a process just like anything else. It's a process. It's enduring. It's loving when you don't want to love. It's it's smiling when you don't want to smile. You have to support. You have to just be active and show up in that person's life. And it should go both ways, not just one way.
Yeah, I said that when I was talking about, I was responding to your, when you initially had identified on Facebook about us being together and told a little storyline. I said that my love for you was a simple, complicated, fun type of love. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, and this is something for the chat if you want to respond to it. Do you think that you really know what love is? And I'm not talking about this fairy tale story of, what you may perceive it to be based on your childhood, or what you've heard, or what you've read, or what you even imagine. I'm saying because even a lot of times that for marriage, love is something totally different. I believe, in my opinion. Yes. It's not a girlfriend, boyfriend type of love. Because what I realize is that so many things can happen in your life that's so unexpected, mm-hmm. and that you're so not ready prepared for, that you may be dependent on love from a person that you feel like you share that with, something from them, and they might even know they have it in them. That's never right. Tapped into it, never even thought they would need it of themselves.
What it looks like.
Right. So you may get to that point in your life where you might need something from them that love is going to require, that they don't even know that they have in them, and they never even have thought about, even if they would have to use it, or even be in a certain place and time in their life where they gonna need so much of something from you that you don't know you have, that you've never given, but the level of love that you have for them will take you to a place where you, some kind of way,
Yes.
have to figure that out.
Yes.
To pull that up out of yourself, to become something that you've never been for them, and not for you. You get nothing out of it.
Yeah.
You get nothing out of it. It's just the desire to be what they need to live. If I gotta be your breath, I will be your breath. I have to be your legs, I will be your legs.
Right.
It's like those things sometimes that you have to sacrifice. Some of us love some different things so much.
Right. But I heard there was a conversation I was having with someone the other day, and it was basically saying we got to check in with ourselves. We got to check ourselves. So before we even go to our spouse, check yourself at the door. There's times in our marriage we didn't check ourselves at the door. We just went in, and we went on the fly. We said what we wanted to say. We didn't care about anyone's feelings. And so when we talk about love, it's checking yourself, checking your feelings, checking to make sure, do you have the capacity to go in and deal with your spouse on any level that they may be in. And you got to grow to that point and just know, you got to know your spouse. As well as you know yourself, you got to know your spouse.
Bibiana says, I don't think there's a love that challenges you quite like marriage. So until you get married, you don't know how it will challenge you. That's true, daughter.
That's true.
But I think we have a idea of what we think sometimes, and we don't know what marriage is going to bring. You know what I'm saying? We think that it's going to be like, I thought we would have a house full of kids, but that didn't happen.
That wasn't in our cards.
Yeah, God had it in our plans.
Right.
So certain things that you grow up believing that you want to have, and you wish you have, but sometimes those things don't happen.
Right.
And if that's the key to your happiness, and that doesn't happen, then what happens then? So just kind of get off into this what love really means. It's like not just what it means, but what does it require of you? Because I'm telling you, this 20, 30-year love is more demanding.
Yeah.
This 30-year love is more demanding than that 3-year love.
Yeah.
The eyes are wide open and the shutters are off.
Mm-hmm.
That 3-year love, it's like couldn't nobody do no wrong. It's like the 30-year love.
Yeah. So it's like, if you, when they say when you become a senior citizen, you can say whatever you want to say at that age. We're in that stage of marriage where, you know what, we can be brutally honest with one another and tell each other how we feel. And, it's like an open door policy of coming in and just having that conversation. It's like just being naked spiritually.
But, it took us a long time.
Absolutely.
To get to that place of honesty with one another.
Yeah.
And I was just, my brother-in-law and I was talking, and my wife coming from dinner this evening, and we were just talking certain things about relationships and how, sometimes the state of a relationship is not always going to be good. The state of the relationship is not going to always be, you get into a relationship sometimes with this high expectation of what it will be, and it never becomes that. And then you become unhappy and you become miserable to a degree, but yet you stay in it. And I was like, why do we wait so long? Mm-hmm. I know, because she stuck it in with me because I was a fool. She stuck it out with me, but well, anyway. But I would have understood if you wouldn't have, because I understood that I wasn't ready.
You shared that.
Yeah, so that's the other thing about it. Because, sometimes we'll not be ready, not be qualified, not be equipped, knowing that we're not in a spiritual place, financial place, We're not in a mental capacity. We don't have we're still struggling with, things that have happened to us and we haven't got that fixed yet. But the moment of opportunity comes where we feel like that now emotionally, we are ready now to give something that we've never given before and fail at something we've already failed at many times before.
Right. But then I think too, with marriage, you definitely have to fight. So I'm not a quitter. And we've said this on our live before. I'm the fighter, he's the negotiator. But in marriage, you gotta fight for each other. One just can't be fighting. One can't just be forgiving and understanding. There has to be grace. There has to be compromise. There has to be many conversations had. And I think early on in our marriage, we did, as we talked about this week, how we didn't communicate. We didn't know how to communicate.
We didn't give each other grace.
Right. We definitely didn't give each other grace. And so we're to that point now. We give each other grace. We communicate. We talk it out. We may not like it, but it is what it is. And especially if it's true, and it's gonna hit some areas like, okay, I wasn't ready for that. But if you know that about yourself, check yourself.
But it's a preparation process too.
Yeah.
I don't care what we say. A lot of us are not totally honest with ourselves. We can be the worst of the worst, the nasty of the nasty, the angriest of the angriest, the petty of the pettiest. And when we know we are, then we sit up here trying to identify ourselves as we not.
Right. Hey, son, thank you for joining us on tonight. He's watching.
What's up, Jay Waiters?
Jay Waiters.
Welcome into the room.
Yes. Hey, coming near you. Anyway, y'all don't know his music. Go check him out on Facebook. All streaming platforms. Let me say that. But go ahead.
We not paid for that
endorsement. Yeah, we're not paid for that endorsement. So, just sharing what he's doing with his life.
But I think one thing I hate that we didn't do fast enough was get ahead of this. Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think if you get married or into a serious relationship and you don't sit down and ask the hard questions, then you're going to find yourself in moments where reality will bring the answer to the questions that you didn't ask. And yet, I know we booed up and everything. We love out loud. We love publicly, but we didn't always do that. Right. And sometimes marriages don't last long enough for you to figure out who you are. Because most of the time, you have presented yourself as somebody ready. Yeah. You presented yourself as somebody qualified. Yeah. You've identified somebody that's worked on themselves, that has conquered their demons, that have went and unpacked their baggage from previous marriages or previous relationships, and now I'm ready to give you the best of me now. Mm-hmm. But I can't give you the best of me if I never exercise the worst in me from where my last relationship was, because it's still in me. Yeah. That anger is still in me. That frustration is still in me. That pain is. That's one thing I learned with her. Them triggers that are there.
Triggers. Yes.
That kill a marriage.
Yeah, I didn't unpack fully. I left.
Neither one of us did.
Right. We didn't unpack fully, and we didn't ask the hard questions. We just knew that we loved each other. We knew that we wanted to be together, but there was nothing. We didn't have a manual, a path to follow. We had one counseling session with the pastor,
which was really
so that really did not prepare us. And so, like he said, we did not get ahead of it because we just knew we wanted to be together, not realizing there was so much more involved in getting married and staying married and, staying in for the long haul. And, there were times I wanted to call it quits, just being honest with you. I was ready to walk. I was like, I don't have to do this, and so was he. So, you got to know in your marriage that you gotta check yourself. You gotta have the hard questions. You gotta be transparent. You gotta just give it to your spouse how you feel. You got to share those feelings.
But there's a proper way to.
Yes.
There's a proper way to have a conversation with your spouse that we normally don't have it that way. Because most of the time we find out the issues when there's a problem. We find out you're angry once that you're angry about something then once that fight started, then you bring in all the other anger that a person may or may not already known about but never was addressed between you. So now the man and the woman are not only arguing about past, now they haven't resolved what's present. So now we have to put on hold what's present to go back and address what's past.
Right.
And then we did resolve either one of them.
Right.
And somebody came out angrier, which is the one that's mostly being told what they done did wrong.
That'd be me.
Yeah. That's why I'm the one that came out angrier, but I didn't want to point that out. But I think we have to understand, for whatever action that our spouses give us, is something that's happened in their life that has contributed to that.
Yes.
I think, and this is just me personally, I feel like we don't pay enough attention to things that happens in relationships with the right level of attention. You know, it ain't no point in me paying attention, you being angry, and the only thing I'm concerned about is why you tripping with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why you gotta handle me like that?
Right.
You know, because I said many times in the past, babe, I wasn't him. I didn't do that to you.
Yes.
But at some point, I had to be interested enough to understand what caused this. What did that fool do? Why am I being punished for what he did? Let me try to understand.
Right. That's the trigger.
I don't have to take accountability for what he did, but I do have to take accountability for what we are now. Because what we strive to be, if we don't deal with what he did, then he gonna be a problem in this. If she don't deal with the problem that she did, then she gonna be a problem in this. So let me, and you know, it's not, and it's listening without trying to get caught up in, you did what with who? You mean to tell me I didn't know you did here? So let's open up our ears. Let's not look at the person as if they're doing that right now. You have to understand, you all come with a past, and so we can't just be so naive and ignorant to not know that they come with a past. So whatever they did in the past, that's in the past. But if they're willing to open up and share with you, don't go beating them down because of that. But you know it's hard.
It's hard. Harder for men than it is for women.
Yeah, because we're going to be judgmental.
Yeah.
We are judgmental people, so.
Yes.
And I know I was. We won't talk about the situation, but I know I was judgmental about the stuff I found out about you, girl. I was like, wait a minute. I remember my boy Duke said, nigga, now I know you ain't tripping.
I used the word again, y'all. Excuse me.
That jumped out. He said, now I know you ain't tripping much.
Like he just had a clean slate.
I really like, wait, no, dude, you wasn't even thought about. And why you talking? You remember? Let's not talk about that.
Right.
Yeah, but it takes a whole level, a lot of maturity to like open up.
Yes.
And then if you're going to give, you better be ready to receive.
Absolutely.
If you want honesty, and honesty is the best policy. Yeah. Now, I ain't told her everything I've done in my life.
Absolutely.
Because some stuff don't matter. Yeah, it ain't affecting this one way or the other.
To yourself.
Yeah, I'm not going to just pour it out and be like, she packed up tomorrow. Like, look, dude, I don't care when that was. But it's just a whole level of maturity that we're not ready for, because I think sometimes we want the person to be what we want them to be in our dreams. Yeah. In our imagination. And everybody is not that. And then you can't make them be what they not. You can't make it, you just cannot make them become your perfect version of Prince Charming and Cinderella, whatever these dreams are we dreaming of at night.
But let's go back to, you got to be willing to receive as you put out. Because I already said that I was the fighter, he's the negotiator. Because I fight back. I'm a tit for tat. I was definitely a tit for tat. I'm not like that anymore. I digress a lot. But when you dishing it out to your spouse, and we're saying, learn how to talk to your spouse with grace words, respecting words, loving words, and those loving words are the pet name that you call her or him. Because when it's something that needs to be talked about that's bothering, because thank you for Jordan Hilton.
I just mentioned you.
Yes, he did. So Hilton says, okay, so how do you approach your spouse with questions about things that bothers you without starting an argument? What is the right approach? Now, I'm talking about that right now, Hilton, is that when something is bothering you, you can't approach it in anger. For us is now, let's pray about it. You need to calm down. If it just happened today, give yourself a day or two before you go and approach the situation. But as I was saying, with respect, with grace, with love, and when you approach, use the pet names that you have for each other, like, babe, I just got to get this off my chest. What we were talking about the other day, you said something that just kind of, shook me a little bit. And so I just want to share with you how that made me feel. I want to get an understanding. Don't go angry. That's how we were in the past. We were angry, right? So we're not angry anymore.
Sometimes.
Sometimes
we angry.
Sometimes we angry.
We just don't deal with it the same way.
Right, we don't deal with it the same way. But make sure that at that time that your spouse is in a place that is approachable for them. Don't wait till they're in the throes of cooking, washing, or something is going on. Don't do that. Wait till nighttime when y'all in the bedroom where everybody can't hear, or y'all out and about. Just go drive away. Have a conversation. What do you think?
I don't think all of that is necessary.
It's
the
not.
pet names and all that. I mean, I think when you go in with that approach sometimes, especially women, if you too nice and you throwing too many pet names out, and that's not the normal behavior, they already figure something's up.
Yeah.
I think you gotta, even no matter what the conversations you're trying to have, for one, you gotta read the room first.
Absolutely.
And you said that.
You
don't want her to be doing a whole lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
I think because when I have to have a conversation with Shelly, I try to ensure that I try to set the tone to the point where she understands before we get to this conversation we're about to have. I need her to understand that this is important to me. Because a lot of times we come in like fools, or we present ourselves like we don't know how to communicate and talk to a person, and we're expecting them to respond in a certain way that we didn't put them in a position to respond that way. I think if you're going to try to expose them to something that you want to have a conversation about, you got to let them understand, because it's at times with her that I have to, and we communicate well, we talk all the time, but sometimes I say, baby, because I joke a lot, as most of you that know me know, but I try to let her understand, baby, I need to talk to you, and this is serious, because, and maybe I don't give her the whole details of what, but I want her to be prepared for the nature of what I'm about to present to her, because I need her full attention. Now, this is one thing I tell for conflict. I go to her right first. It's not aggressive, and it's not attacking her. It's coming to her with information that I feel like that's going to be beneficial for the both of us, and not that I'm just giving you something. I want something back from you. So once I give you, I'm not going to go back and forth. You're going to hear me out first. And this is respect. Now, that's whether she's telling me or I'm telling her first. I'm going to sit there and listen to what she's telling me.
And And that's important. Listening to your spouse. Hear them out first. Because I used to jump in. I had to back and forth. I had to say what I had to say. But I had to learn to listen to what he was saying before I respond. And the same with him. Shout out to Apostle Felicia, who's joining us on tonight. But yes, make sure you listen to your spouse. Because we could be, I love it, Dorian. You said we come in reckless.
And even if you haven't gotten the full, get the understanding of what the person is trying to tell you. Don't lock in on that. You said, what about me?
Yeah.
You ain't heard nothing else. I've been concerned with the full capacity of what they done said. You done locked in on what offended you. Now you finna make a whole something out of just that part. If you're gonna go to them with clarity, go with them precise with the information they need. Don't go in there with riddles and having something they gotta figure out. You need to present the information to them in a way where it's serious, it's clear, and then you gotta wait on that response. Give them a moment to digest what you just said.
Yes.
Don't. And if they need longer than just that 5 minutes you got in your time schedule for this conversation, you gotta grant them that.
That's right.
A lot of times you don't always process it in the moment. You gotta sit back and breathe it in a little bit rather than something. But us, brother, we want to know now.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's the difference between the man and the woman.
We want to know now.
We want to know now. Where the women, we like, give me some space, give me some time. Let me, because especially when we get angry. When we're angry and we just don't want to talk about it right then and there. Whereas with my husband, this one right here, he want to fix it. He want to talk about it right now, where I'm not at that point. So he has learned, like, okay.
But you know why that is before you go? Because it's the emotion that you give me.
Okay.
Because you this is happening.
Right.
And now you're angry.
Absolutely.
And now I'm now wanting to fix this.
Absolutely.
Because I understand that I might want some loving later on tonight. And I ain't got time to be trying to convince you not to be angry. I need to understand your duties. This grown folks stuff.
Wait a minute, not the duties.
Wifely duties. You didn't want me to go nowhere. I mean,
I don't.
Okay,
but duties.
Yeah, wifely duties. You said that once upon a time, you remember?
That's wild.
Yeah, so it's just that point of, it's reactions a lot of times. You get angry, and now who I am, the negotiator, I want to come and fix it, and not just so much so that, for that reason about it, what might happen later on tonight. It's for the reason of that if this is my last night with you, right, and God calls me home, I don't want you, even vice versa, I don't want that to be the last minute.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't want you to have to deal with that.
I agree. And that goes both ways. I don't want us to have, words or be angry at each other and, God forbid. So that's why we're saying, when you talk to your spouse, give that grace, give that respect, read the room.
But give yours.
Right.
Let them give theirs.
Understand their emotional state.
Right.
So.
And this is the thing, for, whenever y'all are dialogue with one another like that, make sure that if there is a compromise needed or if there is an outcome that needs to be met, allow both parties to contribute something to the conclusion, so that you both can walk away feeling like, I said what I had to say. And I tell her all the time, you might not like it, but you're going to have to respect it. I don't like everything, her outlook on everything that we have to share and agree with, but I have to respect it. I have to consider it. We're a team. So at the end of the day, the decisions that we make, on the steps that we take, it's a team effort. Yeah. So I don't want these feet to go nowhere her feet can't go. I don't dream dreams that can't enhance her dreams. Absolutely. So it's like,
which goes back to what we said before. He said to me, Don't leave me behind. Don't leave each other behind. Bring them along with you. They may not be where you are emotionally, physically, but that's your spouse. Bring them along with you.
But if it's hard to have conversations, honestly, when you're trying to get a point over that may be difficult or may be something that is uncomfortable, then in most cases like that, then there's not a good, what I want to say here, practice of communication for those type of moments, because it's like some things are hard to tell a person, but I think if you already have a trust level and a communication level with one another, then, and you know one another. Because you know sometimes with me, I come in hot. Yeah. And I don't mean hot like angry. I come in with information straight off the press. You know, it's like, baby, this is what it is. I mean, and, what we gonna do? Because it ain't what I'm gonna do. It's what we gonna do, because whatever is going to happen, we both gonna have to have a role in it. Right. So it's just really like
you two are one.
Yeah. So that information that you're gonna give them, you gotta make sure that you set the tone and the atmosphere.
Absolutely.
Make that person feel comfortable with the information that you're about to give. Make sure that it's clarity and clear. That the information that needs to be heard, and then give them the information and give them an opportunity to respond. Hopefully that helps Rogers, but that will be my take on it.
Rogers, let us know if that helped you or not. Okay.
Yeah, that Doria, you're right. Don't leave your spouse blind, because when you do behind, well, I told her that whatever I know, she knows, and whatever, most of it anyway, the important parts of it anyway. We keep each other informed. We talk, we conversate. I often ask her, she come home from work, I come home from work, is how your day going? And when it ain't good, I sit and listen to what wasn't good about it, and the same with her. And then I try to refill her, refresh her, and encourage her, and let her know tomorrow's going to be a better day, and you better than this. So whatever the things that have affected her when she's not home with me, once she gets that, I become aware that she has been impacted this way, then my job is to come back and fill those cracks back up for what life has done, and life has been life, and then I have to come back and remind her who she is. I have to remind her of God's promise on her life. I have to remind her of what God has for us is for us. I got to remind her that I'm praying for patience. I'm praying, So it's at those moments now that I have to make sure that when she comes in and life has damaged her, then I'm at work.
And so that leads to the protecting of your marriage. All what he just said, that's part of protecting your marriage. When you come home from work, when you've had a rough day, and your spouse needs to engage with you. They need to know, okay, how was your day? Or how did that make you feel? What did you eat for lunch? What are we going to do for dinner? It's the engagement of protecting your marriage. Don't come home now, and I'm going back some years here, and I'm just gonna say, when my husband used to come home, he would say hi, and he would go to the bedroom and shut the door.
He was going through something.
Yeah, it was there was a disconnect.
Oh yeah, the power was off.
there was a disconnect, and I'm trying to figure out what did I do. But I hadn't seen him all day, hadn't talked to him all day, but there was a disconnect. Don't do that to your spouse. Engage with them when they come through that door. Ask how the day was. Give them a kiss. Give them a pat on the, Hey.
All
right. Yeah. But anyway, engage with your spouse. If it's even with finances, talk about the finances. If it's about the children, talk about the children. If it's about your parents, talk about it. Yes.
Be careful, girl.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I'm accountable for it. I own up to it. Communication is to protect them. Don't go venting elsewhere. Don't, just don't hold it in because it's going to make you sick. It's going to make things worse. It's better out than in.
Roger said, great information, just trying to get there the way you guys are. I mean, Roger, you've been knowing us from the get-go, so it's been a tough ride. We have gone through a lot to get here. There's been a lot of crying, there's been a lot of heartache, there's been a lot of unnecessary hurting to try to learn what you don't know, to try to dream of what you never dreamt of, and to try to access something that was never accessible to you. You know what type of life I live, you know what I'm saying? So I'm no choir boy by no Lord Jesus, no imagination, but I think when you find somebody, as I have with her, with Shelly, you see things different in life, the things that wasn't dreamable, you start to dream those things, and those things that was not accessible, you believe that they can be accessible to you, because we waste too much time, man, and I'm 58 years old. I don't know how long God is going to give me here on this earth, but we waste so much time to want to be different, to want to get better, and we've had the desire to be better so many times, but then our old habits and our old options and our old opportunities to live the way that we used to live is always there for us, because nobody's going to not give us access to what we know to be ours, if we want it. So when it comes down to the decision of just being at peace with yourself and to be in a place where your investment, whether you lose everything you got or if you strike it rich, you still good.
Right.
Because if everything goes that I have, because God has blessed us with some things, but if it all goes and I'm standing and I'm breathing and I got this one with me, I believe I can have it again.
We want to answer Dorvion's question, but then I want to come back to Hilton about that, him trying to get where we are. But let's answer Dorvion's question.
We can't take everybody with you, so when do you know when to walk away because you don't want to drag anybody?
I would say when you've done all that you can, when you've drained, when you've exhausted all of yourself, it's time to walk away. Sometimes we stay too long because we want it to work. This is because we're comfortable. And this is what, we thought that we wanted, when in actuality, it's probably not what God wants for you. And so that's probably why it's not working out. So when you have exalted yourself emotionally, spiritually, and physically, it's time to go.
But you only know.
Yeah, right.
You Absolutely. Only know when you have given everything of you to a matter, a situation, or relationship where you are either stuck in neutral, which means you hit the gas and you're not going nowhere. Because this is one thing I believe, that if love is in the picture, because y'all know that when Shelly and I met, she was living in Chicago at the time. We love one another, so I think when you love a person and there's issues, you do what you do to resolve the issue. Mm-hmm. We weren't in the same city, in the same state. Mm-mm. That's an issue. Yeah. We covered that. Mm-hmm. So she moved back to Texas. If the love is there, true love and real love, is like, it won't allow me to not have her with me. It's like, you love me, if I have to love you 500 miles, if I have to.
Right. That's the difference. If you
have to. But if I have to have that 500 miles between us, then I ain't gonna have that 500 miles between us. Mm-hmm. So it's just that love, it just gives you that, you want that person with you. What I feel it with you. Absolutely. So I want you with me so I can have that feeling as often as I can. I want to start investing in you. Absolutely. I want to start learning you. I want you to start learning me. I want to start now getting to that point where we start to transition, even before we say I do.
Right.
I want to now start the transitional piece of you becoming me and I become you. And the only way that I'm going to actually do that at a high level is in your presence. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like you can kind of know when you out of gas with a situation. You kind of know where you want to go. You know where you want to go, and you know when you want to be there, or how when you may desire to have things in your life at a certain time or in a certain place. So you know that.
Yeah.
So if a person say they feel a way about you, and you know the signs of what you want, what you need, we gotta watch them signs, because a lot of times people don't adhere to the signs that people are showing them that I ain't who you think I am.
Right.
I'm not wanting what you wanting, because if we capable, why we don't have it?
Right. And then if you're not feeling valued, you gotta know your worth, ladies. You gotta know your worth, men. The value of what you represent for yourself is so important. So you got to know, am I being valued here? Am I being respected here? Are they giving me what I need? It's a lot of things that play a role in when to walk away and when to stay.
That's a hard decision.
Yes, it is.
Especially when you got feelings.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Absolutely. So hopefully, Dorian, we
pray about it.
Yeah, we've answered that question. And I want to go back to Hilton real quick. Hilton, I preached a sermon back in March, 4th Sunday in March. It's time for some new clothes. Watch, listen.
That was a good one, man.
Time for some new clothes. And I'm saying this in the spiritual realm. Your clothes are filthy and dirty and stink. It's time for new clothes. That means a new mindset, a new way of looking at things, a new way of looking at your marriage, a new way of looking at yourself, a new way of looking at your wife, your children, what you have before you. You can't continue to keep wearing the same clothes over and over again.
And that's symbolic to just say it represents a certain something.
Right.
You know, because if you work for McDonald's and you got on a McDonald's uniform, then you are representing McDonald's. The same way when we get in the streets and we do all the stuff that the streets require of us, and we got that filthiness of what that is, and then we keep those same clothes on every time somebody see you.
Right.
The expectation is going to be associated with the streets.
Yeah, exactly. Who you used to be.
Who do you want to be?
Right. So you gotta eliminate some stuff. You gotta empty out the suitcase. You gotta let some baggage go. You gotta let some people go. You gotta surround yourself. You gotta make yourself available in your marriage so that you can connect. Now, let me say this. If you've been doing something for so long and now you try to get back to that point, it ain't gonna be easy.
Trust.
It's got to be some trust.
Faith,
trust. You got to show up. And we can talk about some more about that later. But we want to go on. What does Ebony say? She said, I think that's what makes you all best friends too. Y'all communication is top tier. Thank you, Ebony. She said, I know it was a process of getting there, but being able to watch you all get to this place where the communication has made you all best friends is a beautiful thing. And I have learned so much from you all, but not just marriage, but friendship, ministry, mentorship, counseling, etc.
And it's everything is where, and I think too, and for you guys that are aspiring to be married or in relationships or trying to get it on the right track, you gotta. When I feel like love has so many layers to it, like an onion, and sometimes some women will be okay with just feeling love from certain areas, but not in totality.
Yeah.
one thing I do, and I've said this many times on our live, I'm not insecure about anything about what I give to her, but I do respect her enough to go to her and ask her, am I giving her everything she needs? And that's a confident question or a humble one to go.
You're not.
Because then you know that you got to be open to receive the response to the question. And when I say this, I'm saying physically, mentally, spiritually, and sexually. So sometimes I go to her. I don't want to take for granted that I'm giving you everything, but it's easy to overlook some things. You know, it may be just the part that I'm overlooking that she needs the most out of me from in that moment. I'm sitting over here focused on this part of her, thinking that my mind said that I'm reading her correctly from her body language, from just seeing her responses, her countenance, or whatever. Because I can read her. I can read her. So it ain't like you ain't gonna tell me too much. And if it ain't on point, I'm like gonna know because I know you. I know her. So it's like, you know, I don't struggle with that part. I immediately like I wanna fix it. And when I realize I can't fix it, I know that God can. So I entrust someone. When she talking about changing clothes in that sermon, it made a lot of sense because as God was elevating Joshua, his clothes had to change because it identified his position.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're trying to change positions, but we're not changing what's necessary about us to be in the position that we want to attain. We got to be accountable. You got to be accountable to yourself, to your spouse, to your children, to God, to your family. You got to be accountable to all the people that you're going to, and you're presenting yourself in a certain way, in a certain level of a relationship. You have to be accountable to those people, and we destroy people. Yeah. We destroy women.
You can't expect for someone to change and you not change.
Yeah, change starts with you.
It starts with you. You want them to be this, and this.
But you stay the same.
But you stay the same. It don't work that way. It doesn't work that way at all. So you got to be willing to make the sacrifices, to make the changes, to be accountable, to be dependable. Not when you want to. You got to be all of that, all of the time. And that's not to say some days you're going to be 5%, some days you're going to be 95%. But that's where your spouse evens out that in between from 5 to 95%. That's where your spouse, they'll step up. You need to step up. Because I'm not at my best. And I haven't been my best this year for sure. As most of you all know, I lost my mom in December. It's been hard, and it's still hard. And I still feel like there's a hole left in me. And there are days I'm just depleted. I'm running on fumes. But this man right here, like he said, he reads me, he knows me. Yeah, he feels in that other percentage where I'm lacking. And the same for me, for him. We got to fill in those spaces. We can't just worry about ourselves.
But if we're not paying attention, though.
That's true.
If we're not paying attention, because love is intentional.
Yes, it is.
It's very caring, and it has to be treated in a meticulous way. I mean, sometimes you just got to really be with your thoughts about what's going on with my wife, you know, and then think about some things, replay some things in your head, and is it me? But I think too that I'd rather for her to come to me, or I want our relationship as it is, where she can come to me and say, babe, you pissed me off. When you said it, I ain't sugarcoating nothing for nobody, you know. You pissed me off. I don't like the way you said it, and she'll do that now. Maybe not say piss me off, but if she don't like the way I say something, what I wish she wouldn't do is react to the way she took it, rather than come to me first and clarify what I meant.
Don't worry We all a work in process. I'm just saying.
That's the problem right there, mister.
I'm working
When
on
she
it.
that's crazy. That's profound. She react to what she felt and heard.
Yeah.
Disregarding
I'm getting better though.
what I possibly meant. Maybe I be like young and put my hood on now. Just disregard. She ain't even close. She ain't even thought about the possibility that I meant something totally different. She locks in on what she heard, what she felt, her emotional state, and buddy boy.
It's on from there.
It's an all about who's sleeping on the couch. It ain't gonna be me. I ain't getting out of the bed. Look at you gonna have to come. You gonna have to get the law enforcement out there for me.
Ladies, y'all pray for me. Okay.
Yeah, but it's cool because I know that about her. And I think when you know certain things about your spouse, it's stupid of me to go berserk when you know that's just the way they are. You know, I can show her grace in areas like, I know baby like that, I ain't finna get over and get an attitude with her too. Now, but you ain't finna carry around with this for too long either.
Right.
We're gonna have to get this fixed, because I'm like, you know, life is short, y'all, and we keep saying that. Mm-hmm. And people are leaving this world. Yeah. And then we want to say all these great things about these people when they are no longer here. I tell her every day I love her. I text her while she at work, you good, you need anything. I want her to know. I want her to overdose on me telling her I love her. But I do want also for her I want her to feel my love even when I'm not present. I want her to know she's safe, that I will come to her aid no matter where she is. And I was telling her earlier today about giving my life up for her. And, you know, it's something I said for, you know, a while now. We've been together 30 years, and I've said that, but it's like now I'm so grateful to God for what I have with her that if I had to give my life up for her, I would do it. And just be so thankful to God that I got these 30 years with her, that I got these 58 years. But my job is to cultivate this love, to nurture it, to ensure that it does not get stagnant, to make sure that there's joy, to make sure that there's laughter, to make sure that there's peace amongst us. My job is to ensure that, if she chose to leave another man, I would know that I gave all of me to her. She knows me. I cry in her arms. I share the deepest of my emotions and my feelings with her. It's like she gets my truth. And I think a lot of times our relationships are not what they can be because our spouses or our partners don't get our truth. We get them what they can handle. She got to be able to handle all of me. After 30 years, she got if I fall back upstairs and she down here, she needs to catch me. It's so much now, and we all the time. It's like I want to eat pizza. I was thinking that too. We say the same thing at the same time. It's
just like that, right?
It's just the point that if you call it a relationship, and there's no relation, there'll never be a ship. You know what I'm saying? To have a relationship, you have to spend time with each other. You have to love that person in a way where you convince yourself that you know what you'll do if you have to do it, even before you even have to. It's just that special, This is so special to me, and I have this song I want you guys to hear. That I had done for her. I want you to hear a little bit of it, and we're going to cut this off in about another 15 minutes.
So while you looking for that, let me read for what Ebony put. She said, okay. Oh, no. Let's go back to John. He says, hey, man, can you say pissed off on live, LOL?
Well, we ain't getting no money, so hey.
Right. And then Doris said, we praying, LOL. But here is Ebony's question. She says, okay, so what happens when your spouse doesn't understand that? They're so used to you being at 100% and you just don't have the capacity to be your best self in the relationship at that moment. So then it causes an entire situation and they still don't meet you where you are. What do you do in a marriage? Can't just walk away from it, so how do you handle it?
If you don't have the ability to communicate this or have a conversation where you can express yourself and your spouse can, be compassionate to your situation and understanding that something is prohibiting you from being what you was at a time, and then don't have the desire to even want to help you get back to where you were, or even consider the fact that why you are where you are, then you might not have the right person in your life.
Right.
Because it's like, I can't expect you to be something that you don't have the capacity to be at this moment that's not within your control.
Yeah.
Because marriage is an up and down thing,
Yes,
Sometimes she's sick and I have to take care of her, do the cooking, do the cleaning, I wash, she folds when she get ready to, whenever that comes. But we just said,
pray for him.
we just got certain, we got certain things that we're in agreement with that is normal. But again, you gotta practice these conversations. You gotta practice telling them what you want. I mean, not just when it gets to that moment. It's like we ought to sit down at some point and say, babe, because whenever we want something, we gotta sit down and talk about it. Especially if it's gonna cause your money and my money. We gotta agree with that. It's gotta be an agreement.
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah. So it has to be an agreement. But let me let y'all hear a little bit of this song I had made for her right quick.
I remember the wonder of our quiet evenings alone. Your heart shows care for every part of me each day. Faith has guided us, holding us close through every season. Virtuous and beautiful, God placed His love in you. Surely God's greatest blessing brought me straight to you. Each day your love fills my life, my soul, my deepest joy. Moments shared are sacred gifts God gave to our hearts. The red dress from our first day still lingers in my mind. Even when it's only us, His presence feels so near. Anointed in your ways, you inspire me endlessly. Every gesture of your care reflects His guiding hand. Thanking God for you, my gift, my partner, my all. Surely God bless this life with the love you bring. Each day you take great care, your heart reflects His light. Moments shared remind me of His perfect plan. Your virtuous heart shows God's love in all that you do. Tears come as I remember doors opening at our wedding. Seeing you standing there, a vision of His perfect grace. Quiet moments shared feel sacred in His tender eyes. God made our hearts one, and I thank Him for every gift in you. God gave me you, and I will never stop thanking Him. Loving
Dorian, it's your fault. I never would have tuned up.
I said, she just said don't cry.
I never would have tuned up.
I didn't know you could sing like that, Leslie. Wait.
No, I had somebody do that. I had that song written for her. I sure couldn't do it. They were like, get it out. But it's just it talked about that red dress that she wore which is specific to me. On our first day, she wore this red dress that made me weak. And then at our wedding, when they opened up the double doors, and I seen her standing there, and just the sunlight from the sun that was piercing through the doors, she was just so beautiful. And I think every man almost cries at his wedding like that once they open up the doors. Yeah. And they see a beautiful specimen standing there and understanding, not totally what they're walking into, but willing to walk in anyway. So I remember that, and we got it on video too, but it's just a beautiful moment. So it touches my heart because I have something and I feel something, and I told this is God's greatest blessing to me. I don't have much left in this life, but what I do have, I'm so grateful to God for it, and I want to be better. I want to be a better version of myself, just because I want to be. I don't want to be what my daddy was. I don't have to be what he was. I don't have to be whatever my financial upbringing. I grew up in the projects. We never owned anything. There were so many things that I did not have, and so many things that God has blessed me with. I don't have a lot of friends. I just have me. I have what I have in me. And I'm so much okay with that. I am. So a lot of things are not important to me, but if I fail at everything in life, I don't want to fail in loving this woman, because she deserved that. She deserved for me to be able to give her everything of myself to give. And I've made that up in my mind that until I take my last breath, I will be the best thing for her that I can possibly be. So I still got work to do.
We both do.
Okay.
Through sickness and through health. But we're going to go to what John says. That's beautiful. Now, what I want to know is who said I love you first? Yeah. But I think I did, John. I think I said that to him first.
I think I probably felt it, to be honest with you. But, being a man from the streets, I wasn't comfortable with saying it because, even at that time, she was still living in Chicago. Once we decided that she was going to move back from Chicago to be with me here, it was said somewhere in that, but I don't remember exactly who said what first on that level.
Hilton says, this is what I need in my life moving forward. Dorian says, everything is my fault, LOL.
Well, the crying part, you the one said it. And this car I got over here, you said.
Yes, you are because
definitely the car.
I got the car because of you.
Well, she ain't complaining about
I'm
it.
not. Then she says, we still need to see the red dress. We are waiting. Girl,
I told her to burn that red dress.
That red dress is long gone,
but
I do have others. Amen. And then Evan said, listen, when I get married, he better cry.
He will.
He will.
He will.
Hilda says, amen. Emmy said, if he doesn't, we got to do it over because no, she wants him to cry.
I'm telling you, he will.
Yes.
So we're gonna get ready to wrap this up a little bit here, but I think once we respect one another, we got to respect one another. I witnessed some things here recently. I tell my wife we can do whatever we're gonna do at home, but in the public, you gonna have to respect me. But I'm not gonna give her any reason not to.
Absolutely. He better not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give her, she fixed my place and stuff like that. We out in public. Every wife doesn't do that, and she don't have to. I'll fix her plate, but over the years, that's just what I have been accustomed to most of the time. But I've seen some disrespect from women to their husbands publicly that is unacceptable. I just couldn't do it. You know, people have their reasons and they can do that, but I'm going to respect you, and in return of me respecting you, I respect to be respected. And it's not like I'm asking you to do something that I'm not doing for you.
Right.
I'm not going to talk to you anyway. You're not going to be my queen, and I'm going to demand you to do things, and I'm going to talk to you in a manner where you don't feel like a queen, you know. And if I'm going to do that, I ain't going to wait to get in public and do it.
Right. Do it at home.
Yeah, we love on each other.
We can fight at home.
Yeah, I mean, we get out, but we try to give society who we are when we out in public, because we happy at home. Just us two. We in the house, it's just us. And we happy. We both got an apartment inside the house.
Yeah.
So we tripping. I can go to my apartment, she can go to hers.
And then we meet back up at home in our bedroom.
Yeah, in bedroom, and I joint bedroom. So yeah, so we got space, you know. But then I think it's so good when you can get into a place with your relationship where you're comfortable enough with talking it out. And then being able to do it in a mature manner where it's not aggressive, it's not attacking, it's with the idea that I want a resolution to the problem. When we fighting each other, what are we solving? When we barking back at each other, hurling insults to one another, and then we have the audacity to then come back and, baby, you know I love you. Well, you were just calling me all kinds of names out of that same mouth not long ago, telling me what I'm not, what I couldn't be, what I could kiss, where I could go.
And we've been down that road.
Yeah, and then
so
you can't tear a person down
and come back and say, I love you.
And it means something.
Because just as he said, you just said not 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, so now you love me again.
Right. Real quick, John says, because he said, thanks, Sister Payton. My fiance said, you say it first. And then he says, we sat here and listened to this message from you guys, and we've learned a lot in this short time. Thank you all so much.
Well, that's what it's all about. Thank you guys for joining. So everybody know, ministry-wise, we are in the process of, we're kind of, our home church is still New Beginnings Word Ministry, but here over the next year, we are pretty much just out evangelizing and seeing where God is going to take us as far as what He wants us to do. We kind of got a good idea what God is going to lead us to. So we're just right now preparing for when God says, you know, plant and grow. And we'll do that at that time. But in the meantime, we're just visiting some churches and sitting under some leaders and things of that nature in preparation for whatever God has for us. It's so important that we can do a whole lot of things, but with God, all things are possible. We want a healthy marriage. If we want to have healthy relationships, there has to be a relationship with God, because the Word of God will convict you. The Word of God will encourage you and transform you, because otherwise you're just trying to change yourself based on things that you are in agreement with in your life that supports what you want to do. The Word of God is right, so it's going to lead you and guide you, and then it's going to tell you how Jesus loved the church and tell you the order of a house and things of that nature, where you don't have to figure out those things for yourself. God in His Word will give that all to you. So many things that you heard us talk about that we have overcome and we have conquered is because of the Word of God, because we have God in our life and He leads and guides us through His Holy Spirit to where we now are not just accountable to one another, but we're accountable to God. Right. So we pray faithfully. Most of you know about, we have the prayer line sisters who pray, which we pray on every Monday and Friday mornings at 6:30.
6 a.m.
6 a.m. That's been going for 11 years now.
SWP, can you post that if you can?
Post, Ebony, if you can, daughter.
Post that if you can.
Post, Ebony, if you can, daughter.
Post that, yeah.
Post that call-in number and the access code. And if you just need prayer, and you can call me or you can call my wife, we will pray with you because we truly believe that, you know, God has a calling and an anointing on our life, and it's about giving God glory at the end of the day, because what we want you to do is we want you to live. We want to speak life into your situation. We want you to understand that you're never too far away where God can't find you. You're never too deep in the dark where this marvelous light that the Bible talks about will illuminate in your life and then wake up something in you that you didn't know exists, to the point where you will want to give something that you never given, see yourself in a way you never seen yourself, and understand that who you are in Christ. Let God change your name. When we talk about changing clothes, God has a new purpose, a new name for you. He has a calling where you can help impact and change lives at a level that you never thought you would before.
Yeah. And let me leave this with you all. So, we're no longer victims. We're victors. And so I want to leave that with you all. You are no longer victims in Christ. You are victors. You can overcome anything. You have to surrender. You have to check yourself. You got to change your mindset. You got to be willing. Your heart has to be open. And you definitely have to love. Build that relationship with Christ. And I promise you, things will change. But you're no longer a victim. Quit making yourself a victim, because sometimes you put yourself in that position to become the victim, and you don't have to. So you are a victor. You are victorious going forward. I speak that over your life on tonight, that your name is victory. Your name is now victory. And we hope that we have said something that has enriched your life and encouraged and uplifted you on tonight, and take it away and process it. And so we love you guys. We love everybody. And as he said, if you need prayer anytime, trust me, especially me, I'll pick up the phone anytime. And my husband's not the one like, who are you talking to now? Why they're calling? He's not that. Because he knows what I represent to so many women. And so I'm all about women. I love women, and my heart is for women. And I just want us women to be better. And he wants men to be better because he's our spiritual advisor. And so I'm looking to change the name SWP to something else that includes men, because it says sisters who pray, but now men are coming in and they are praying with us. So just know we love you all. And Maurice, where did he go?
He in the kitchen, son. Maurice.
Will you come say hello to the people for us, please?
Dress like that.
Just come stand behind. Come stand behind.
This mansion we in the belong to him.
Yeah.
Got a room for everybody.
It's huge. You all, this is my oldest brother, Maurice.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Yeah. Dorian asked, "Were you gonna make an appearance?"
He made it.
He made it. Yeah. So again, take that away on tonight. Men, love your women. Love your spouse.
And Duke, going back to you, bro, whatever, if I believe this about you, whatever you want to be, you can be it.
Yeah.
And even for those that are aspiring to get married or whatever the situation is in your life, if you want it, that's so much important. It's one thing to talk it, or it's one thing to even prophetically speak it. But you have to do, the work is for you to do.
Yes, it is.
It's no matter how I can believe in you or even speak life into you. Ultimately, what has to be you the one have to make the choices to make the change. So as much as I believe in your ability to do it, I can't do it for you.
You have to take the step to do it.
I can only show you a way that was shown to me.
Yeah.
And share with you what was not shared to me.
Yeah.
But anything, I do believe that you're able.
More than able. You're more than able.
So the Bible says, now to him that is able to do exceedingly and abundantly
Above all.
we can ask the thing according to the power that worketh in us. So it's in us already. So it's about God using us. So it says, so excited I got the opportunity to sit in on this segment. I truly love you both, and I pray that you both continue educating we as fans. May God continue to bless Team Pay. I protect this time. And we about to get up out of here as well.
So as we talked about the ministry, we have stepped into the shoes, but we have not taken the walk yet. We can't walk until God says it's time for us to walk. But y'all pray for us as we pray for you all as we go into this next season of where God is taking us to.
It's been nice coming from Maryland. What was it?
Upper Marlboro, Maryland,
Right outside of Washington, D.C.
May 22nd, 2026.
We out. We love you.